I'm Sarah Star, and this is your space weather forecast for the day. We're talking about new Earth energy and the quantum frequency that's coming in. Here are the solar flares of the day. So we have only had two very low C-class flares from 3683. The only active region that we really have to look out for is this 3685 here on the sun. But let's take a look at our percentages. So C-class flares, we're obviously getting at a 99%. We have a 55% chance of having some stronger M-class flares come from our sun, and then our X-class percentage is a 10%, mainly from 3685. So let's see our sun right now. We have 9 sunspot regions on our sun. We have a couple that are not numbered yet here, but 3685 is going to be Earth facing here within a day or two, and it's going to last there. So if we have anything very strong, any solar flares that are very, very strong with a coronal mass ejection, which means plasma is ejected to it, it's kind of going to be directed towards Earth. But let's check out 3685 because it's the only region that has a percentage of giving us much of anything. All of these other regions here on our sun are pretty low in activity, and they don't have a high percentage of kind of doing anything because they're in a state of decay. So 3685, let's go. Here's a look at 3685. It is in beta and gamma range, no delta configuration, so it's not super complex, and it is spreading apart, so our percentages are probably going to go down, but this can change within 24 hours. It has went down in the number of sunspots by 3, so we only have 17 sunspots in here, mainly within the trailing regions that we have. It is in 350 in size, so it's a little bit larger, not the largest that we have ever seen. But let's look at our percentages, because we have a 30% of having an M-class flare from here, which is more likely rather than an X-class here with our 10%. Also, this region does have a 10% proton level, so that could really send us into a slight solar radiation storm if any of these coronal mass ejections are headed towards Earth. But yet again, next couple of days it will be Earth facing, so this percentage right here could mean a lot. Here are our coronal holes. We have 2, numbered 39, which is very large at the very top of our sun, not really doing too much, everything's being absorbed right back in, and then 40 right here. This has formed within 24 hours, and it's gotten a lot larger. Now it is right above our active region, which is not really the best, because it either yet again is going to be absorbed right back into it, or it's going to connect to the Earth and it's going to stream right into us. So here's the far side watch of our sun. Right here is 3685. That's our active region. These regions that are here in the red zones, those are going to be regions that are going to come onto the sun, so they're on the back side of the sun, right? So 3663, last time it rotated around, it gave us several X-class flares. So we'll see in a couple days, 3 or 4 days, what this region looks like. Is it a skeleton of a region? Is it still highly active? We don't know. But like I said, solar weather is very low. Today we're going to reach KP 3 and 4 levels. High latitude, only 40% to see the aurora over here. And then it's going to dip down. Yet again, very quiet sun at the moment. So here are our solar wind speeds. These are the connections that it makes to Earth and how fast it is. So our speed right now is 377.3 kilometers per second. So it's very, very low. Yet again, today we may reach into KP3, KP4 levels. Right now we're at a KP1. So we do have some transient influences from a CME that left on the 17th, but we're not really seeing any type of initial shock from it. So yet again, very quiet. So since the sun is quiet, let's take a look at our Schumann resonance. This is the heartbeat of Earth. It is also directly connected to human consciousness at the same exact frequency. Now let's see if it's rising or falling. These spikes right here indicate that there is a large power source over that area. So usually people are like, oh, hey, that's the consciousness of Earth. No, this time it is not. It is yet again a major thunderstorm that is over these sensors specifically. Now in Tomsk, Russia, that's where we have our Schumann resonance, those sensors that you see spiking. They are being bombarded by thunderstorms. And this is normal for that time of year in Russia right now, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. And it looks like they're having more thunderstorms today, so you will see more of those spikes on our Schumann today. And they will be much sporadic like this, because as the thunderstorm travels, it builds up a little bit of density. It gives us a little bit of that shock factor. Right here is where it was very intense, as you saw on the radar, that it was completely bombarded with these thunderstorms. So we are still adjusting to the sun and the moon energy right now, right? And we also have the full moon buildup. But we slipped into Gemini season right now, and it's a little bit complicated today. We also have Mars energy that is going to bring a little bit of aggressiveness to this situation and a little bit of communication issues also with that. So although it's going to be calm in the cosmos today, there might be complications. So we're looking for information. We are looking for details to help us in that communication, but it might not be there today, and it might keep you on edge. There might be a feeling of disorientation because you're not able to communicate today. You're not able to think properly, so you're not able to get any of the right type of questions out. This could piss you off. Yet again, be careful in communications today when we have Mars entering this Gemini season. Because if you're going the wrong way with your emotions, you let that get a hold of you, then your communication and your cognizance is just not going to be there, and it's going to cause a lot of chaos, and it's going to cause a lot of trouble that you didn't want in the first place. So always be mindful on what you're talking about, who you're talking to, and the situation that surrounds it. So how do you feel? Do you feel any of those things today? Do you feel the planetary alignments to that today? Are you feeling the integration of the new energy that's being brought in? We are having quantum energies that are entering our system, and it may be throwing us off. Yet again, communication. I can't talk today. Communication is going to be difficult. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling today. Love ya.